Hey everyone, welcome back. I figured I'd make another video after my last Scott Martin video that had a lot of comments, a lot of views, and I wanted to follow up since now Scott left the Elites. This video is not going to be about Scott Martin. You can have your opinion whether you believe he's a cheater, whether Roland's a cheater, whether they're not cheaters. I'm not sure. I don't care. Whether they cheated, whether he cheats, whether he doesn't cheat. I like Scott. I like him as a person. I like him as a fisherman. Seems like a fun guy. I don't know. Other than that, this whole video is about the B.A.S.S organization, B.A.S.S, and how I think it's gone downhill in the past few years. These are my opinions and my opinions only, so if you have your own opinion or a comment, please leave them in the comment section below. But remember, anything said in this video is my opinion only. B.A.S.S as a whole has been going downhill since I've been marshaling for them for several years now. In fact, they don't even have the Marshal program anymore. Now it's called Ambassador. I'm assuming you do the same thing, but I marshaled for the B.A.S.S program for several years, and I no longer will do that. This year, my son and I, we didn't sign up. We didn't want to do this anymore. B.A.S.S has completely changed. You pay a fee, which is fine. It's no big deal, and you get to ride with the pros. But one, the pros, a lot of them don't even want you on the boat with them. They'd rather not have you there. So you kind of feel awkward half the time. Two, B.A.S.S, I think, treats you like crap. I mean, one time we were sitting in a rainstorm and thunderstorm. It was lightning, and we had to sit there outside getting soaked. Everybody cleared off the stage, but we had to sit there and wait till they determined who was going to be going and being a marshal on the third day. They didn't give a crap about the marshals and our safety. I've seen a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and this whole Scott Martin controversy is not the first time I've seen or heard something about someone cheating. I've sat in a boat before takeoff with several different anglers and listened to conversation after conversation about how this person's cheating or that person's cheating, or I'm sick of fishing the same bodies of water, or oh, now they're eliminating this, or we can't do this, or nobody seems to be happy with B.A.S.S, but yet they continue to fish it. And being a marshal, it's kind of discouraging being out on a boat with a professional and they're complaining half the time. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying a lot of them, but I've been on with a few, and this is nobody that I even have video of that were just disgruntled and didn't want anything to do with it. I think this whole information rule is way out of hand, especially in this day of the internet and instant information that anybody can get. Let's say even if you do go to a lake and you talk to locals, isn't everybody able to do that? Isn't any angler able to go and do his own research and get the best knowledge of the lake he can go to? I understand it's a rule. I think it's a stupid rule. Once again, my opinion. I just don't think it makes sense. You can go online, you can go on Facebook groups, you can find waypoints, you can find all kinds of stuff. And it's not like certain people can do it. Any of the anglers can do it. Now, they can't do that, but they can go home after each day event and watch B.A.S.S live and watch what the competitors were doing, exactly where they were fishing, exactly what they were using, exactly what the conditions were of that particular day in the lake they're fishing, and that's okay. I don't think there's a rule against that. What's the difference? That's even more pertinent information. They can talk to other anglers and get information. Not only that, let's talk about the B.A.S.S organization's technology. Let's put it bluntly, it sucks. They can't handle putting on a live weigh-in without either the video glitching out, the video messing up, or there's no audio. They're streaming in 720. Like, we're in 2025 and we're streaming in 720. It's so pixelated when I try to watch it on my TV, which you can't just watch it on a YouTube app because it's not on YouTube, and you can't watch it from their website with a TV. I don't know, maybe the newer ones you can, but the TV I have won't allow the cheesy player that they use to be played on the TV. So I have to stream it from my laptop. If they want to keep fans and have viewership, They need to boost up their technology. They need to have better wireless out on the boats so half their stuff's not cutting out. I mean, hell, even at the Classic, they were cutting in and out with their audio and video, and they were in a stadium. I don't know what excuse they had there. There was no satellites. It should have been hardwired. I don't get it. But yet, all the guys in the studio have a brand new studio. They can redo that. That's no problem. But for the viewership of the people, I guess it really doesn't matter. B.A.S.'s website, it's so full of ads that it's hard to navigate. When you just go to try to find a photo gallery or a video gallery of today's events, it's impossible. Then when you do finally go and find it, and you look at a picture and you click back, it sends you right all the way back to the main page, and you have to go looking through again. Another problem with their technology. I don't think they can handle it. It seems like the only thing they have improved is the studio that the guys that announce B.A.S. are sitting in. The stage that they do weigh-ins is the same. The way they run weigh-ins is the same. The technology that they use for the weigh-ins is the same. The technology they use for the wireless and for the cameras out on the boat are the same. So it seems like they're not trying to make the experience better for the viewers, but for themselves. I'm not a professional, not even close. I recreational fish, and I fish for fun only. I used to do a couple local tournaments around here, but it's completely different. People that are just fishing for $100, their whole attitude's changed, and they'll cut you off. They'll fish your spots. They'll push right up. They'll push the limits just so they can get that advantage. It makes no sense. It takes the fun out of it. B.A.S. is doing the same thing. All you hear is these guys get up on stage at weigh-ins and say, oh, I'm living the dream of my life. I'm fishing for a living. This is what I always went to. I remember looking on this stage and saying I want to be there one day. And then in the same 2 minutes that they're up there talking, they're bitching and whining about how miserable it is, how hard it is, and it's a difficult thing to do. You can't have it both ways. You can't be fishing for a life and doing something you love to do and complaining about it while you have other people out there busting their ass, working in a factory for 12 hours a day, wishing they could fish half the amount of time you do. You're professionals. Grow up and act like professionals. Let's get into the whole, like, what they can use and can't use. To me, if you want to use forward-facing sonar, it's available. You can purchase it. Get it. Use it. If you don't fish that way and you don't want to use it, then don't use it. But just because the younger guys coming up know how to use the technology, know how to catch fish using it, and they're fishing offshore, then you should allow them. What's the big deal? If you want to learn it, then learn it. I'm in my 50s. I'm learning how to use it. They're just making too big of a deal out of everything. And then they have it that Bass Track shows you live what everybody's catching, so you know. And then it's no surprise when they come to the weigh-ins, so it's not that big a deal. So they're kind of losing people there. And then on the last day, if somebody's leading by, let's say, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, and they can't be caught, well, then that's no fun to watch because you know that guy's going to win. Well, that was my little rant. And remember, these are just my opinions and my opinions only. If you agree, you agree. If not, that's great. You can have your own opinions. I'm just saying I'm not going to really support bass anymore. I'm just going to enjoy life, enjoy fishing, not do any competitive fishing, not get involved in the drama. Maybe this will all settle out over time and things will change. But the way everything has been going lately, I don't see that happening. So I'm just not going to watch it for a while. And I appreciate you watching. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them below. Other than that, I appreciate you watching the channel. If you like it, subscribe. And have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.